Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We had a good run of cattle this week for this time of year, right around 2,000 head, which is good, probably because pasture conditions aren't that good. Brown, brown, brown. And weather seems to be the story all across the country, and it's certainly affecting the prices, both good and bad. But on the good side, the slaughter classes were higher by $3 to $5. Supplies limited in a lot of parts of the country due to winter weather and freezing snow and conditions where cattle can't come to town, which helps our market down here in South Florida. But on the other hand, on the feeder classes, those calves that buyers are getting and shipping out west to get ready to turn out on wheat or winter pastures, it's hardly worth the effort of buying them and then shipping them out there when it's 10 degrees or 10 below zero when you're sending these South Florida calves. So that certainly hurts demand on those classes of cattle. So the slaughter prices were higher, and feeder prices were about $3 to $5 or $6 lower, which puts them back in line to about what they were 2 weeks ago. Remember, last week we took a really big jump up on those feeder classes. But the reason is, I think there seems to be a lot of optimism in the market. Reading some newsletters and information that I get on a weekly or daily basis, we're really moving that beef. I mean, it's going out here. Remember, we had a real backlog of inventory that we had to work through from last year, and our kill rates are really high. And I think I read that we're killing more cattle now than any time since February of 2010. It's 10 years ago, which is crazy. Even one major plant is down this week because they're closing down and cleaning their facilities and getting maintenance work done on that. And even in light of that, they're talking about 650,000 head slaughtered this week, which is really high for this time of year. So that's good news. Beef is moving. The bad news is the packers are still making the money. Prime box beef cutouts are as high as they've been in a long, long time. But demand is good, which is good for for the future. For the calf market, I think is going to be pretty strong. So we're working through all that excess beef. We're going to get real current here. The winter weather is going to slow things down. People are eating meat, and we're still making it right here in South Florida. We still have calves, and there's calves on the ground, and even though the grass is not green right now, cattle are in pretty decent shape. But we're still seeing, and we do see a lot of weak, thin, poor cows come through here. And just to give you a heads up, there's not any demand for those kind of cattle. Even though we take them, they move through the process, and some people are buying those thin cows to maybe feed or turn out and hopefully bring them back and make $1 on them here or there. But they're just certainly not bringing much. But we had some really, really good cows this week. Adams Ranch, for instance, sent in a good wad of cows there. I think about 30 head or so, and boy, they were fat and good, and they brought up in the higher 60s, I think. Juanette, you brought some good cows in here. I saw some big old black cows from Watford Cattle that sold real good up there in the upper 60s. I'm sure you're probably tickled with that. So calves, like I said, those 5-weight calves last week, I saw some of those bringing $160, and this week they're back down in the 150s. Quality wasn't quite that good this week compared to last week, which might have had some impact on those prices. But all in all, things are looking pretty good. Let's just try to get through this winter and get that grass growing and get it green and get these cattle back in good condition, because I think demand's going to be good right on through the rest of the year. At least it's good to be optimistic about it and think positive about it, and we'll see what happens. On the high prices for the week, Old River Cattle Company had a little old calf, a 155-pound calf that brought $2.55, bought by Enterprise. And on the slaughter cow side, B&W Cattle Company had a 1,075-pound cow that brought 73 cents, bought by Florida Beef. That's your market report. Thank you.